welcome to the Fireside Chat. I'm Kalpana Singhal, founder and CEO of Technas Media Group. And joining me is Debashish Mukherjee, Vice President, Regional Sales, APAC at SonicWall. SonicWall has been fighting the cyber criminal industry for over 30 years, defending small, medium-sized businesses and enterprises worldwide. SonicWall has some award-winning real-time breach detection and prevention solutions, coupled with the formidable resources of over 10,000 loyal channel partners around the globe, catering to more than 5 lakh global businesses in more than 215 countries and territories. A very warm welcome to you, Debashish.
Thank you, Kalpana, for inviting me.
My pleasure. So, Debashish, the ongoing pandemic has certainly increased importance of security among the enterprises. What are the top trends you see in the cybersecurity market in India?
Yeah, so I think it's interesting things from last couple of years. Anyway, especially if I talk about India and even global market, we are talking about digitization, right? So the moment we talk about digitization or any economy is growing, then automatically the cybersecurity or cyber attacks will also increase. So the demand for cybersecurity will definitely increase. So we see some of the top trend. If I may tell you, the organizations are primarily investing on the remote mobility solution because of present situation. And then we see a lot of organizations are moving towards cloud or partially moving towards cloud, because that's the opportunity probably for any organization, because looking at the future, because everyone is looking for an agile environment so that they can actually adopt any situation in future. And then the third interesting thing is happening, and probably we will see more activity around that, which is IoT. I think that's an interesting topic. Maybe we can discuss, but I think these are the three things which is happening presently.
Yeah, sure. So we'll be coming up, touching all the topics simultaneously.
Sure.
Yeah. So according to the recent 2022 SonicWall cyber threat report, India witnessed an exponential 981% of ransomware attacks in 2021. So keeping that in mind, how would you assess the overall preparedness of the organizations in India?
Yeah, so the challenge, especially in India, we do not have a strong compliance or a compliance requirement from the government as of now. And that is the reason a lot of attacks are happening, but probably it is not getting reported. And that's what we are hearing unofficially, that a lot of customers or organizations are getting impacted, but they don't report. So that is one of the challenge. And that is, I think, it's a related problem. That is the reason probably still the Indian organizations are not taking cybersecurity seriously. We are investing, organizations are investing, but especially the small and medium organizations, they don't pay attention to cybersecurity. I think that's the one problem. Larger enterprises are paying attention and they are investing to the extent, not fully, but probably because they have to meet the global compliances requirement, right? And that is the reason. But so I see a lot of opportunities in front of us, especially in India and the Asian subcontinent. Definitely, a lot of things to be done.
Yeah, absolutely with you. I mean, the preparedness is not to that level as it should have been. Absolutely. So cybersecurity has become a boardroom conversation as enterprises are taking it quite seriously, at least the larger one, as you said. So still preparedness among the organization is abysmal. What are the challenges that CISOs and security leaders are facing?
So there is actually multiple things. So what is happening is primarily, again, if I talk about India, of course, globally, every country has a different psychology because they are into different maturity curve. In India, what we see is cybersecurity still considered as a as an ad hoc basis solution. This is more of a reactive activity. We are not ready so we are not doing a planning. We are not doing, so cybersecurity is a journey. And whenever I talk to any of my customer or CISOs or CIOs, my purpose is to educate them that don't consider cybersecurity as a product purchase. That okay, today I purchase this product, I am safe, right? It is not about the firewall or not about the email security, not about remote mobility. These are all product. You need to create a plan. Once you understand that, okay, what is my journey? And this journey depends on organization to organization. When we create the plan, then you need to drive, and that journey, one of the biggest component is your employees, your internal users, right? So this is the major problem what I think the CISOs and CIOs are facing today. They are still not doing a proper planning, and that's what I think one of the great example, if I can share what we have realized during the COVID. In the initial days of COVID, what we have seen, what the developed countries like US or Europe or even in our region Japan, the moment we hit COVID, everyone started investing in remote mobility solution. Indians were, or Indian customers were looking for some solution which can meet that present requirement. Of course, now they are investing, or later on they started investing. So that's what it's very, very clear that we are not ready for any eventuality. We don't even future plan that, okay, if that happens, what is my readiness? I think a lot of things to be developed here in our country.
Yeah, so that's the mindset problem according to you. I mean,
Right.
it's we Indians believe more in the disaster management once the disaster happens, not
It's
in the
more of a
prevention.
reactive. It's a reactive approach from our side, and probably because we don't plan properly, so we wait that, okay, what others are doing, so that I can just replicate, so that I don't have to take the blame of the early adopters, right? I think this is what we have seen. Not only cybersecurity, I think all the technology adoption, you will see we are always a reactive. We are not proactive.
Yeah. So going back to the reply you gave to the first question about the latest trends in cybersecurity, I mean the advanced security solutions. So what is the level of adoption you are seeing for advanced cybersecurity solutions, of course, in the large enterprises, and where do you see these enterprises focus moving towards?
Yeah, large enterprises are primarily looking for today is more of a agile and elastic business model, and that's what I have touched upon in my, I think, the second question. See, what is they are looking for is, of course, in future, let's say if we are growing, that how I can increase my IT infrastructure on that scale. That can be, that scale we don't know. Maybe see what we have seen during 2020, when there was a disaster happened during COVID. All of a sudden the requirement of remote mobility solution has gone up from probably zero, or from 10 to 100%. So that kind of situation can happen, or maybe something new is coming up. So large enterprises are now evaluating that, okay, what is the solution, what we should implement, so that it is more of a elastic, and as per my requirement I can scale up, I can scale down, I can scale out. That is primarily they are looking for. And of course they are looking for visibility, that whatever is happening in my environment, I should know, okay, what is happening across. So, and that's what I think, the primarily whenever we are talking to any CISOs or CIOs, they are talking about whatever the solution we implement, I need to see what's going on, even if users are remote or on site or wherever it is. I should have a clear visibility. So I think that's one of the requirement, or some of the requirement which we are getting from the users or large enterprises especially.
Sure. You were talking about boundless cybersecurity solutions from SonicWall. So if you can elaborate a little more, like what is the solution, how it is different from the other solutions available in the market?
So it's an interesting thing. What we started talking about was, you consider yourself as a boundless. So that time we were not aware that, okay, COVID is coming, but because we have those solutions, that, and we were always a promoter of remote mobility solutions, and because we are an organization, at least I am doing in this, in this business from last 10, 12 years. I am with SonicWall. I am working from home from last 12 years, so it is nothing new for us. So all of our sales force, globally, we are using remote mobility solution. So we thought we will educate this to our customer, but eventually the situation arrived in a right time. So boundless cybersecurity model, what we are talking about is, when it's primarily theoretically there is a three pillar. One is knowing the unknown, that whatever is happening in your environment, you should know what's going on. So as a CISOs or CIOs, that's the pain point, that I should know that, okay, what kind of attacks are happening in my network. Second thing is, I should know that what is happening as a single pane of glass, which is called unified visibility and control. So when my employees are discrete, I don't know where exactly he's sitting, whether it's in the movie theater or in the sea beaches, right? But still he's working. I need to see what's going on, what exactly he's doing. So in the network visibility I need to have. Whatever solution I have implemented, I should see how things are happening, how they are collaborating. That's a unified visibility and control. That's the second pillar. And the third pillar, I think the most thing, I think a couple of, it's a combination of things. One is we are talking about how we can make our business agile. In the same time, how I can reduce the cost of the security. In this three pillar, we have stitched all our product and solution so that we can offer. So today, if you go for our product, boundless cybersecurity, it's a combination of product. I'm not talking about the product here. So this is primarily the three pillar model which we have actually offered to all our customers.
Yeah, absolutely. So in recent years, zero trust has become somewhat of a buzzword within the industry circles.
Yes.
With lots of attention placed on how this innovative approach to cybersecurity can help organizations to defend against the new generation of attackers. So what are your thoughts, and if you can elaborate a little more, and how
Absolutely.
you can relate it with SonicWall offerings, the solutions you have?
So it's a zero trust is actually, recently this word started coming up, and because everyone is remote and a lot of attacks are happening, but zero trust we are offering since long. So all our remote mobility solutions are actually, offering zero trust. So again, I think I do not want to get into the product discussion here, but even the boundless cybersecurity model, which we are talking about, the zero trust is built in. And then of course there is a lot of layers on that, and we have a lot of products which can meet the zero trust. Now zero trust you can achieve through the physical product, you can achieve through the virtual product, you can get into a cloud product. So those are different, but definitely I think zero trust is definitely needed at this point of time, when primarily because we are all remote, and eventually I think this will be the standard business model in future as well. So zero trust, cloud, SASE, I think these are the new generation requirement for all organizations.
Yeah. So you mean to say zero trust is inbuilt in the SonicWall offerings, and
Absolutely.
You don't require to formulate a strategy, to achieve zero trust with any of the
Absolutely.
SonicWall. So what are the other offerings SonicWall has that customers you think need to invest in?
See, my first suggestion to all my customer will be, first you need to understand your security posture, where exactly you are, right? Where exactly is your data is residing? Whether that entirely, because the entire design offering is based on customer requirement. Of course, the model is fixed, but where exactly I need to fit the screws and nuts and bolts, right? That depends on the customer environment. And that customer environment, I think whether we can suggest or customer can do certain audit and create a plan, that because it's entirely depend on his or their organization architecture. If I know that where exactly the data and which data is talking to which data, so all these things, even it's for example, if they are in cloud, they are purely on cloud, then the solution is different. If they are hybrid, then the solution is different. If it is on-prem, that solution is different. So depends on that. Once organization decide the security posture, then we can have a solution. We have solution for all these three type. If you are on-prem, we have a solution. If you are a hybrid, we have a solution. If you are a cloud, we have a solution, right? Now coming to the approach, I think my first suggestion to all our customer is, think from a layered approach. Do not go for a best of breed approach, because I see many of customer, they are fascinated with best in class product. We will buy best in class firewall, best in class email security. It is not talking about, see, you are not in that fancy world. First, our idea is to protect your data, your IPs. So you need to understand that, okay, I need to get into the security. Let's talk about security efficacy instead of what product, what model, what color of the product, all these things. I think you need to see whether your
Jargons,
product, Correct. Security efficacy. Can your solution or whatever you are buying is giving you 100% security efficacy, right? So then you need to start evaluating. So today, if you get into a SonicWall, I think I can proudly say that we are the only organization which is from last 5 quarter, we are getting 100% score in ICSA lab certification for our ATP, which is advanced threat protection. So when we are talking about, see, either you are buying a firewall or endpoint security or SMA or email security, why we are implementing? We are implementing primarily to protect unknown threats, correct? Or zero-day attacks. That's what we are talking about, right? All these ransomware attack or whatever we are talking today, these are all zero-day attacks. See, so you have a choice. Either you buy a product which is legacy and not understanding zero-day attack. So how you can protect zero-day attack? You need an advanced ATP or sandboxing technology. And you need to find out that, okay, who is actually protecting close to 100%? No one can protect 100%, although we are getting 100% on a score. But still, I can tell you, no one can protect 100%. But can we protect 99.999? So how close we are, right? I think that is what we are talking about security efficacy. So you need to first you need to understand who is protecting you or giving you a highest level of security efficacy. Second, whether these products are talking to each other. See, today I'll give you an example, which is a classic. I think I keep talking to all the CISOs and CIOs. Even yesterday, I was talking to one of named customer, although he's a good friend of mine. So I was trying to understand what are your pain points. See, the pain points are primarily today you are buying an endpoint which is best in class. Okay, and normally if you see whenever we talk to our customer, see, this product is a Gartner's Leaders Quadrant product. Absolutely good. They are maybe very good in their endpoint, but is this endpoint is talking to your firewall? If you are buying silo product, right, these are all working in silos, you are actually not extracting the best in feature within those products. Your product should talk to, for example, if I can simplify this technical discussion, you have implemented a security guard at your home, and your inside security manager who is sitting inside the security guard is not talking to your security manager. What is the use of that security guard? Right? So similar thing what we are talking about, if your endpoint is finding out any threat and not talking to your centralized reporting tool, and your firewall is not aware that, okay, this is a threat coming through endpoint, there is no point in investing your best in class product, right? So I think you need to understand whether security efficacy is there. Second, whether they are integrated, or else today I have seen many customers, they are buying best in class product. These products are not talking, and then they need a third party to certain other software to integrate all this product. Your business is something else. You are not in security. You are probably in manufacturing, or you are in pharmacy, or any other business. You need to focus your business, and it is our job to protect you. I think these are the things which majority of the customer don't understand. Whenever any customer start looking for a solution, they need to understand whether this product has a highest level of security efficacy. What is the efficiency of hitting the zero-day attack? Second, whether the products are talking to each other, they are integrated or not, or else you will never be able to get the feature of that product, right? Because that's the weaknesses what we see. What we have created is, we have created a single pane of glass, and all these products are talking to each other. So if any product is getting hit by any attack, this information goes to the central monitoring system so that I can protect all other devices. And that's called integrated security platform.
So what are your top 5 focus areas and expansion plans for the next 2 to 5 years?
Yeah, so from next 2 to 5 years, definitely what we are trying to do is we are trying to develop all our products to meet the future requirement. So a lot of things are coming up at this point of time. Definitely, I won't be able to tell because these are all under wrap. It's under development. So as on today's requirement, we have entire portfolio. But what we see is, I think next 2 to 5 years, a lot of new things are coming up, right? Like as I said, the IoT things are coming up. So today, probably you are using only one product at home, maybe Alexa's or Google Home. but maybe once the 5G will come, you will see your refrigerator, your ACs, your CCTV, everything will be connected to the 5G, right? So you as a customer, you definitely need a security at your home. So today, probably as a user, you are not investing in security. So that kind of things, which is a new things, are coming up. So that the security posture will change in next 1 or 2 years the moment we launch 5G, and we are developing a lot of new product related to that, so that we are relevant for next 5 to maybe 5 to 10 years. So a lot of innovation is happening, and top of that, definitely we are developing our product, which is already there. We are upgrading. We are trying to focus our solution centric approach instead of product selling. We are trying to build use cases so that we can replicate to all our customers, because we have now the customers in large governments, we have customers in healthcare, we have customers in retail. So all these customer use cases we are trying to replicate. So that's one activities which we are doing it. And last but not least, we are developing our partner as well as our own employees. So that's a lot of investment is happening in enhancing the skill set of our employees as well.
All right. So thank you, Debashish, and it was a complete pleasure interacting with you. And I'm sure the insights shared by you today will be really useful for our audience.
For more updates from CXO TV, please like and subscribe to our channel.